And we are live on a Thursday. This is what happens when we when we're a little too worked hard and sleep all of Monday away.
Bro,
You know I was going to shame you for that. You know I was going to shame you for that. But it's okay because you
I
called me
feel
back
like
as
I
soon as it was
just
over.
got over New York.
It was okay because as soon as I called you and I heard it go slowly to voicemail, I'm like, oh, he's dead. Okay, he's asleep. So I went to bed, and as soon as I put my head on the pillow, bro, I just woke up. Do you want to still go live? I'm like, I'm in bed. Oh man. Yeah, no, it's just us. Bro, hell of a night ahead. Definitely going to get into some Loki spoilers because oh my god, the most monumental episode I've ever seen, and I don't know how long we could avoid it in the chat.
That was
But
the first time in a while that like I stood up after an episode. I was like, "What?"
I know, and I was like getting up on the edge of my seat. I was like, seriously, I was like moving to the edge of it, just like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Oh my god, no, yeah. So, all right, that being the case, let's roll.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah, this might be
brother.
the first show we do that makes people want to leave.
I know.
Look.
I mean, just
Look,
for not
there you go.
spite my face.
Boom.
Normally, as people see this and they're like unfollow, unsubscribe, but this time it might be the conversation because holy, I mean,
Yes, he did. Yes,
we'll
he
give it
did,
a minute.
guys.
We'll give it a minute because there are a couple of things we could talk about just slightly for a few minutes. And then it's gonna lead here because there's just too many questions even Theo and I have for each other in conversation to avoid it all episode. So we'll give everybody a few minutes. But to tee it up, recent news, Thor 5 greenlit, but
Okay.
Marvel canned Taika Waititi. They let the man cook and he set the kitchen on fire. And so they're going to bring back somebody else because Chris Hemsworth's down for Thor 5, but no Taika. No Taika. So
I'm very happy about that.
Yeah.
I know you were saying earlier he made like the best and the worst Thor movie.
Yeah, he did.
But I don't know if he deserves a third chance. Is it a third chance? Second chance? What is it?
I don't think so. I mean, I do like Taika Waititi, but I think he has officially gone so far into the MCU and burned enough bridges that people may not even give Thor 5 a chance after that last outing. I mean, this made the Dark World look like freaking Endgame. Okay, that's the disparity between the two. Like, how much did you enjoy them? I mean, the Dark World was hella better than that. So, I mean, bring Kenneth Branagh back. I don't care, but Kenneth Branagh, excuse me, but I don't. I'm okay with this. But yes, he did. He set the bar high and he set the low. So I think that whoever does this won't be as good and can't be as bad. I look at it that way.
I don't think they're going to be like Ragnarok good.
No.
But I think but they'll probably do better than Dark World or Love and Thunder. So,
well,
even if we get something like 4-1, I'll take it.
Yes, and I feel like that's what we have to get back to. To me, in my mind, we have to get back a little bit more to and I'm not saying like serious Thor, but at least something of not unwasted potential, because we've got an actor that's still from the original set. Honestly, it's interesting. The Asgardians are the only OGs still involved because you've got Loki and we've got Thor still being the Marvel properties going forward. I mean, who would have thought all these years later, after Thor came out, that we would have lost Cap, Black Widow, Iron Man. Hawkeye's kind of around, but he's already got his replacement.
He's kind of gone.
Yeah, all we have left is Thor and Loki, technically, from the first Avengers movie. The only
Well,
2
we
people
still have
left.
Hulk. We still have Hulk.
But he's Professor Hulk, though.
Right, but I know you've heard the rumors about Hulk, though.
Yeah, now that they've got the rights back,
And now
we
they
could be
have the
getting to that
rights, so
we could be getting to that world
I think we're
breaker
gonna see
kind
a
of
lot
Hulk.
more smashing, bro.
And I would be down for that. I would like Hulk to get more back to his roots because that was a more fun Hulk in general. Anyways, it's not that I have anything against Mark Ruffalo as an actor. I think he's a good actor, but at the end of the day, I want to see Hulk smash. I don't want to see him being like, "Oh, I feel degraded. Oh, throw."
Yeah,
You know.
I don't want to see any of the suns going down. I want to see this guy like the animated movies and like the comics, bro, where everyone was nervous to tell him the fight was over because they knew he was gonna kick the shit out of them regardless.
I want to see. I
Like,
want to see. I want to see Hugh Jackman die at the hands of World Breaker Hulk.
ouch! Way to just take a freaking left turn out of nowhere.
Well, I mean, but
This
you would like
freaking
that.
guy.
You know, you would like that. You know, you would like that. A part of you would be like, okay, he could go out like that because I could be done with him then. At
No,
least
I
one of
don't
the
want him to
variants.
go out again. I don't want him to go out again. I want him to be the old man
Gone.
Logan of the
You just want him to be
MCU.
gone. He could just stay gone.
He should have came back at all then.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Now that
And
he's
which
back, yeah, I want to keep him.
I don't know.
Preferably in one piece. Fuck.
I'm just afraid we're not ever going to get the fun Wolverine. I mean, we're going to get a badass X-23, but we're not going to get the badass Wolverine. We're going to get Old Man Logan. But anyways, I digress. Thor 5 coming in hot, and I'm here for it. Who knows what it'll be? I mean, maybe this would be the Black Winter kind of situation. We've got maybe a Galactus coming in, right? Perhaps with the Fantastic Four.
Dare I say maybe they do some null action in there?
I mean, it could be possible, but that's going to be major Sonyverse break-in though, too, right?
Well, we
So,
already know that they're down for those types of collabs.
oh yeah, this would definitely be the biggest one. I don't know. To suppose, I mean,
That would be
Sony's
cool if they threw like a Secret Wars, like we think it's the Beyonder or something, and then it's like freaking null. You know, like,
yeah, that would be interesting.
they just
I mean,
throw a curveball, you know.
go King in Black. That
Well,
would be
we know the
interesting.
Venom symbiote's still in the MCU.
Yeah.
We heard Spider-Man 4 that got confirmed. I think that was today, right?
It was earlier last week. It was last week.
Yeah, so that got confirmed.
Yep.
What we're supposed to think that that's not going to somehow merge into one another, you know?
Yeah, they preceded Spider-Man 2, the video game, coming out with that news just a day or two before, and it was obviously timed 100% to get the world talking about Spider-Man, to write a couple of extra marketing
It
waves.
doesn't take much to have the world talk about Spider-Man.
No, not with that game, dude. Game of the year. Apparently, it's going head to head with Zelda. Which one will be the winner for Game of the Year? Is it going to be the new Zelda, or is it going to be Spider-Man 2?
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of hope it's Spider-Man. Just because I love Zelda. That game has had many times in the spotlight.
Yes.
Like throughout generations.
Yes.
Let's give the beginning. Let's give the webhead a chance. Yeah, even Webster's Vault. Shout out to my guy who plays that game. I'm jealous because he has a PlayStation. Even he knows, like it should be Spider-Man.
Oh, I'm loving it.
I don't even have it, and I already think it's better. Like I've watched so many videos and talked to so many friends who have played it. The FOMO on that game is for real,
and it's got people crying. It's got I don't know. I do believe the hype. I do believe that it could actually do it. It's got the legs to do it, and to take down something like Zelda would be a feat in and of itself. Right, that is a heroic feat.
Zelda's held so many crowns. I mean, you look at a sealed Zelda Gen 1 game. I mean, dude, those things go for like hundreds of thousands of dollars in like a mint.
Oh,
AFA, great, or what is it, WADA? Yeah, those things are insane. And then shout out to Brandon. I can't wait for Invincible.
No, I'm interested for Invincible, and that was the date that we were supposed to get Dune part 2, but that's been punted to next year. But
I cannot
yeah,
wait for this though. This is like the breath of fresh air in superheroes that I feel like everybody needs right now.
yes.
I mean, okay, for
Minus what we're going
example,
to be talking about later on in this
well,
episode.
we're about to be talking about Loki, but like not really a spoiler here, but there was a particular scene in which people died. I'm not gonna say who, no spoilers. But compared to Invincible,
Oh,
Invincible would have shown that.
yeah.
Loki, they don't show a drop of
But
blood. That is my point here. It is
but
too cotton filled over at Disney. Like, oh, let's still fluff it up.
but Marvel wouldn't have shown that to begin with. This is what made nobody read Invincible for the original writing. It's Superman, but bloody as fuck with a kid. It's all things that have been explored before, but Tyler Kirkham just got to go ham and make it bloody as because it's Image, right? It's not Marvel, it's not DC. We're gonna go bloody. That's his
But
shtick.
Marvel does
It's the same.
in the
It's the
comics,
same
though. They
importance as
do
his
go
covers.
bloody in the comics. Like they're not afraid to show. So obviously they don't show somebody with their guts hanging in their hands, but
that's what they get to do at Invincible.
I mean, but they have though in some of the Marvel Zombies runs. There's been other runs.
Yeah.
I can't think of on the spot, but I know they've done some gore.
And Superman's killed the Justice League before. I mean, but that's what I mean. There's nothing original about Invincible. There's nothing original about it except the blood, guts, and gore. It's just made for an older audience. That's
Basically,
all it is.
that's unfiltered. Yeah.
Yeah. And so for me, I 100% get it, and I enjoy it for what it is. But that's something for me. That's just a me show. I don't watch it with my kid.
No,
I don't want to explore the rape scene. I don't want to explain to my 16-year-old about rape and all the other awful things that are going on in each episode of a cartoon.
That's not a cartoon.
But that's what I'm saying, right?
That's not a cartoon.
So that's what I'm saying. So in my mind,
car, okay,
I'm 100% here for it, but that's a me show.
Yeah.
For Loki, that brings in the people, the general audiences, because I can tell you right now, more people will watch something with Tom Hiddleston than a cartoon. With it, then I mean, it doesn't matter. You could just watch him dancing on a reel for 45 minutes, and people will still be down with it. He's probably the best dancer in the MCU. I'll be totally honest. That man can just like freaking knock anything.
Although I don't know though. I got to show you. I did see a clip of Idris Elba on the late night show, and that man can dance.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Maybe that should be like, maybe that might be my next reel then, because I'm gonna have to find it.
I'll send it to you.
I'm gonna have to do like a dance off. Like, who's the best dancer in the MCU?
Oh,
actually, who's
it was hands down
the best dancer on Asgard? Because I mean,
because literally Jimmy Fallon was like, so I heard you can dance, and like he looks over, he's like, it's like, where did you hear that? He's like, oh, he's like, can you? He's like, yeah, I can dance. He just gets up and fucking starts dancing. I'm like, oh shit,
really?
He's like, yeah, I can dance.
That would be, honestly, I would love to see the two of them go head to head. It'd be hilarious. I would be down for it. 100%.
Oh yeah, let's go.
100%.
Heimdall versus Loki all day.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, what's up with the Asgardians in the MCU? Like, carrying all the clout right now. It's I don't know. I'm down with it though.
What's up, guys?
Hey, speaking of a couple, there's like 5 or 6 of them over there. Makes me nuts. Talk about the entourage. Every time they turn on an episode, there's like everybody's there. I feel like so left out every single time.
It's like they have the Avengers. What are we just?
We're
Batman and Robin over here.
We're Batman and Robin.
Batman
no.
Okay?
We're Superman and Robin. We're Superman and Batman. Okay, Superman.
Okay, I'll take that.
Let's. We're not gonna. There's no boy wonders here. Okay? All men. All right.
100 brownie points to the first person that comes out with a what is it? Batman slapping Robin meme, and they put me and Phil's face on there. Okay.
Oh, first person to do that, and it is me as Robin, will get blocked. I'm going to put spoilers out on everything. Bunch of assholes. Actually, I've got one that I was sitting on.
Zendaya will take the cake on Dan. Well, that's not fair, dude. That's Zendaya. I mean,
dude, she takes the cake on everything.
I was gonna
That's not
say she'll
fair at
take the
all.
cake on anything they do, bro.
I saw what was it? There's this viral reel going around of this gay man that said, like, listen, I'm not even attracted to women, but I would murder Tom Holland, wear his skin just to be around Zendaya all the time. He's like, it doesn't matter. He was like, she just is it for anyone. Like, there is nobody that can listen, be like, nah, pass. He's just like, I would kill Tom Holland, wear his skin, and just be around. And in Tom Holland liked it and put a bunch of laughs on it, and it got played on the news. Zendaya shared it. Everybody loves this man because they just think it's so freaking hilarious. I'll send you the real dude, but it is 100% hilarious because I would totally do it. I would totally do it.
In other
Um,
news,
in other news, you
well,
had something earlier
he's
that you
not
told me that kind
serious
of blew
about
my
ripping
mind.
skin off, guys. I promise.
No, I don't rip off skin. I think about it.
I eat it.
It puts the lotion on or it gets the hose. You had speaking of skin.
I mean, it is kind of late night, so here you go,
Well,
guys.
oh yeah, we're talking about Invincible and everything else here, and this is the best thing for superheroes. But Phil talks about one thing about somebody else, and you're like, oh, Phil, this is a family show right now.
Is it
So
though?
no, let's be honest. I don't even think
It's
my
not
mom watches
comics and
anymore.
kids.
No, it's not. It's not. You try to get yours down beforehand. You did share an interesting tidbit with me though
Hmm.
earlier on the phone when we were talking, and it was a rumor, and Silver Surfer related. Could you kind of
Oh
share
yeah,
that with
I
us?
think I forget where I saw it. Chat, chime in if you know what I'm talking about. But I saw a post somewhere where I guess there was a rumor about a female herald of Galactus, and I'm not too familiar with the storyline that's from, but I guess that is from the comics at some point. But that seems to be a rumor right now. It's gotten a lot of people kind of up in arms about it too, because as you can tell, MCU hasn't been doing too well recently. And it's not a secret that they're kind of switching out characters with that are very popular with fans with kind of characters that are unknown, you know?
Mhm.
So I found that kind of interesting. It's almost like didn't they make an announcement? Like didn't Disney make an announcement recently where they were like, "Oh, we're aware, of how everyone's feeling about the movies. We're going to change. We're going to try to do better." It just doesn't seem like they meant it. It doesn't seem like they meant what they said.
Well, but at the
Yeah,
same
what's up?
time, too, Theo, I do feel like that's clickbait because it's the same crap that we heard about Mila Kunis being the thing.
Oh,
We've
touche.
had
Yeah. Yeah.
we've had a lot of rumors lately, and I do feel like everybody just wants to um, keep on piling on for clickbait. I feel like some of this shit's just made up at this point because I mean, at the same time, we had just had a writer's strike, but more importantly, there's an actor's strike going on. And it doesn't matter even what the writers want to do. If they don't have an idea of who they could possibly cast, they can't write the part. So we have to, we're waiting massively on this. And I don't think that and I think that any weird assumption right now could just be obviously 100% just that. There's nothing able to happen right now. And with Kevin Feige canceling all these projects, I mean, look at all the projects that were just canceled at Lucasfilm, and at least they've been making good content in this last year on Disney Plus. Like it or leave it, there's been better reviews for all their different series than until Loki, almost everything Marvel's put out in the last year and a half, 2 years. Think of all the Marvel shit that is ready and ripe to be cut. And in my mind, I think they're going to go back to basics. I don't think they're going to keep on rewriting characters. I think that they'll look for some new original ones. I know there is the latest thing that I heard is that Marvel is looking to now find writers to create one brand new Marvel character that will not debut in comics until after they debut in the MCU. There is going to be one new character that comes from the movies, comes from the TV shows, that is going to be a heavily involved Marvel character that will not show up into comics until they get their origin story in the movies. That's the big thing that I've heard ideation wise, because they're trying to, they're hearing people like, quit changing characters just to change them. We get it. We want people to speak to things, but those people also want their own characters. They also don't want something that was just quickly switched to appease an audience. They
I
also
almost
want a
feel like
character
they
that's
do it
for
just to
them.
plant a seed. They're like, let's see how the fans react to this. Oh, they don't like it. Okay, let's not do it, guys.
But they've already done it. They've already been doing it. So I mean, it's nothing original at this point. So I mean, I feel like that's clickbait. In my opinion, is clickbait.
I mean, it probably is.
I mean, I fell
I
for the
hope it
Mila
is.
Kunis thing. Remember,
I hope
I
it
made
is.
this post about Mila Kunis being it. It was one of my first moderately viral posts with like 100,000 views, and it did really well on TikTok. But what I love the most is that it went really hard after they announced that it wasn't Mila Kunis. She just happened to be having lunch with her old friend that was the person at the time affiliated with directing the Fantastic Four movie. It was totally blown out of the water. And everybody, the reason why I kept on being so popular was everybody coming in just to purposely say, you're wrong. She's not in it, but she's not in it, but she's not in it. But they confirmed she's not in it. And that's what made it go viral, was everybody getting the opportunity to tell somebody they were wrong. That's my favorite kind of post. That's why, like, sometimes I'll misspell your, sometimes I'll leave out a part of a movie, just because I know 100% every single person, the only thing they like more than hitting the like button is typing in the comments what somebody missed. And that's 100% the way to go viral. Like, anybody in here, like, watch tomorrow. I'm going to make a post tomorrow that's going to be purposefully missing something. And for everybody, the 10 people that are in here that heard me say that, please note that it will do well only because every single person is going to look at it and be like, you forgot this. You're stupid. You're not that smart. just on purpose. And it works every time because people are suckers.
So what do you think? What do you think about this question right here? Is the Marvels already dead? What do you think?
I don't think it's going to do well. I mean, I'm really looking forward to seeing it. Gwen and I already have our tickets. She's got her Ms. Marvel costume.
I'm excited to see it. I mean, look, Into the West is excited. I know there's a good amount of people that are.
My daughter and I are big Kamala Khan stans, so we're going to see it. Do I think it's going to do well? Unfortunately, I don't. But, you know, I don't know. We'll find out. I'm hoping, you know what? The best thing for me is right now is having super low expectations, because I'll probably walk out satisfied if that's the case. If I have super low expectations, like
I'm already thinking this movie's gonna fail. So I think it's gonna do great.
Oh, I think the
Did you hear the rumor about the post-credit scene? It's a big rumor.
No, I haven't heard
But
anything.
rumor has
I've
it
not been paying attention.
at the end of Marvels, we might get a peek at Galactus.
That would be cool.
And that would be freaking awesome.
That would be cool.
That would make that movie great.
That would be cool.
I don't know if it could save the movie, but it would make it tolerable.
That would be cool. I would take that. I would take that. I would take that. Yep. I would take that. I would take
that all day.
Unfortunately, I'm afraid though, because we've just heard so many rumors lately, and everything's been so fucking wrong. I'm just I'm just afraid now. But I have not heard.
Most likely it'll be Mephisto.
Oh God. Well, at least finally, after 3 years, everybody in comics can finally be like, that's it.
Oh, you mean so we can say that they didn't really Ralph Boner us?
Uh-huh. Yeah, there'll always be those guys that are just like, I knew it all the time.
That Mephisto is hands down the biggest troll from any company I've ever seen in my life.
That was
the Ralph
Kevin
Boner.
Feige was a real dick for doing that one to everybody.
I still think he's a dick for that.
That was mean. That was mean. Oh, that was mean.
Like, bro, it's like after we heard you acquired the X-Men rights, we all know that Quicksilver is Scarlet Witch's brother. Like all the stars were lining up, and this is just some dude named Ralph Boner. Like, are you fucking shit?
The best Quicksilver too. The best Quicksilver.
What do you say? Finals Rage. You remember the card you're supposed to say when you donate as part of the shipping J Wick card? No, I don't.
I have no idea.
This definitely isn't the place to ask me. Why don't you send me a DM? Oh, fuck?
Cough, cough, elbow, cough, cough. Hey, Mighty
I
Mike.
mean, basically, yeah, what Mighty Mike said.
But yeah, I feel like, in my opinion, it's going to be. I'm hopeful for it. I'm hopeful for it. Do I know already that the numbers that we're seeing that it's going to do well? We already know it's not. We know it's not. We
Oh,
know it's
Marvels?
DOA.
No.
Yep. We know it's DOA. You don't have those kinds of pre-sales and be a Marvel movie and get away with that. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen.
But see, Mighty Mike, I don't know if that's the right play, bro. You want to throw Rogue into that blender, like that might not do Rogue any justice right there.
Not into this.
Well, and how do you see Rogue coming into this movie? Like, that's so random.
Yeah.
I would take it though.
I mean, it would be cool if it's somebody I really like, though, too, as Rogue. I mean, that's the other thing as well. Like, to me, Rogue is one of the most sacred X-Men in my mind. I'm not gonna lie. She's one of my most sacred X-Men. I mean, as far as females go, her and Storm are my two most sacred female X-Men. I could give two shits about Jean Grey. Because she's just always so up, down, left, right.
I might have to go with Storm on that.
I mean, if I had to pick one, but I
don't
mean,
care
like,
how
my
they
top
introduce
two.
anybody or how accurate they are, as long as they do Storm correctly.
Well, Aurora definitely deserves it, but my question is the actor, or the actress playing
Better be
this
an
character
actress.
role. Well, yeah, this can't be Rogue.
That better not switch it up again.
That would be the worst thing. Because, like, Rogue is definitely one of the most coveted females in comics, in my opinion. But yeah, maybe I'm just into chicks with a southern accent, but that's 100%. But no, I mean, would I take it? Yes, but I just don't think now's the time to try and shoehorn in more mutants. It's just,
hey, true story right there.
late.
She did destroy all the food for Galactus.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
What if
No kidding.
what if Carol had put Rogue in a coma? Oh, you
Honestly,
mean Carol Danvers? Okay.
Honestly, Brie Larson's looking for an out anyways. She wants out of the MCU. She feels hated on, that, she gets nothing but disdain every single time she goes anywhere. So, she wants out. And so it would be a perfect out, but I don't think this is it. I don't think they're going to give it to Rogue just yet. I think we're going to have to wait longer for mutants. It just doesn't feel like the
I
moment.
hope so. And yeah, she's been
Doesn't
leader
feel
of
like
the
the moment.
X-Men at many points. She's an Omega level. Dude, she's even leader of the what's it called? The Morlocks. I mean, she's the leader of a couple different mutant teams.
Well, she was
Correct
the
me if
gold
I'm
leader.
wrong. I think even at one
when they
point,
split in half.
Magneto made her like his right hand, like lieutenant or something like that. I forget what the details on that. If she did,
She
more
was a
squad.
Horseman. She's 100%, 100% huge.
All right,
if she squats more, we wouldn't have a problem. There you go.
Okay.
All right. So it's been a half hour.
Has it?
Yeah.
It's been like 2 minutes.
Well, 28 minutes, 45 seconds live.
Oh, man.
We have some spoilers ahead.
Yes, we're going to talk about Loki. So, guys, if you haven't watched it, mute us, or unfortunately, watch this later, I guess.
Yeah, watch this later.
Hold on. Before we even get into that.
What the fuck?
What? Yo, Latte.
Late night. It's late night.
Become my new hero.
Late night. It's not latte. It's late night.
I'm going to call him Latte.
Have you been drinking, Theodore?
This guy's name is Latte. Okay.
This is Latte. He's got too many T's. But no, somebody's been smoking. No, I want more Eternals. Like I want a hole in my head. That movie, it was tolerable, but it wasn't it.
Which one?
The Eternals was tolerable, but it wasn't.
Honestly, I'm
what it
just
should have been.
excited for like what the ending means.
Oh, having
Like I'm
Celestials.
not gonna lie, it was badass when just a gigantic fucking Celestial appeared and
Uh-huh.
just grabbed Cersei and brought her with all
Oh
the
yeah,
other Eternals, and it's like, okay, now you're gonna go up for trial.
yeah,
That was
yeah.
pretty epic. I'm
Oh
not
yeah,
gonna lie, that was pretty dope.
yeah. No,
I
100%.
mean, seeing what was his name? The guy that's about to play the Black Knight,
Kit Harington.
Kit Harington. Yeah,
Hmm.
a few
Hmm.
people have called me that
Hearing Blade.
from
You know,
time
that
to
was
time.
Marshala.
But
That was Marshala Ali.
seeing the sword like move and like what was it like? It was almost like Null's sword, right? Isn't that what it's supposed to be?
Yeah.
Or I think
Oh,
it's not
no, no,
supposed
no,
to
no,
be
no,
Null's sword, but they made it
no, no, no,
like
no.
Null's sword.
They
It's
maybe
not.
made it like no,
It's not
it's not.
supposed to be,
The
but it
ebony blade
had
is
the
nothing to
black,
do
like
with.
it
Yeah.
had black moving ooze like on it though.
It just kind of looked like it was alive. Yeah, I don't really know what that was. I might have to watch it again just because of that. But
That's
it
what I'm
was, yeah,
saying.
the ebony blade is definitely not Null's sword, but it definitely had
Yeah,
that
there you go.
symbiote-like
There
look.
you go. Thank you, Funhouse. The Necro sword.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Necro sword was technically what was being wielded by um uh Thor, dude. Um
of course we're forgetting the freaking name. It's not
Christian
Christian
Bale's guy,
Bale.
but it's the character.
What can I
Gore the
say?
God Butcher.
Gore.
Gore
Gore
the
the
God
God
Butcher.
Butcher. Jeez.
Thank you. Jeez, guys, we're not having a good night. Let's get, you know what, this, guys, we're getting to Loki.
Yeah,
All right.
everyone's like, it's Gore, fucker.
Yeah, I know. God, use your words, boys. So Loki, I'm sorry. In spoilers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holy shit. Holy shit.
Yeah, that was a great episode.
That was the best episode.
Love you, Tech.
100%.
Love you, Tech.
I have not seen anything on Disney Plus that was that intense.
Oh, hold on, Phil. That's actually a good idea. Maybe we do that for the final episode.
We need to do something
Let's do it for the final episode.
Yeah,
we have 2 more.
2 more episodes. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah,
yes.
Let's do that for the final episode. That's a good idea.
Yeah. I'm down for that.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So I don't know where to begin. The entire episode, I know we have seen moments. There was a lot of speculation as to what was the big information that Ms. Minutes was going to drop on Renslayer. And the speculation was one of 2 ways. One, Renslayer is a variant, right? But she was a variant of Kang. That was a theory. And the other theory going around was that she was technically the other person in charge along with Kang. She was the statue that was torn down and missing out of the Fab Four that made everybody out of there. She was a part of the castle that was disappeared and erased, and she was basically just erased from being a leader because he decided to take all the power for himself. And that ended up being what happened, right? So intro to the episode happens, Loki credits. Loved that. It does definitely give some goods to her, but holy crap, this entire episode was just intense the whole way.
Before we get to the intense, you know what I actually kind of enjoyed was when Victor Timely met OB and OB met Victor Timely, and they're like, "Can you sign my TVA manual?"
Yes.
He's like, "Only if you sign mine."
Yes. Yes. And Ouroboros said, you know, like who came first,
the chicken or the egg? Huh.
And he said it's like a snake eating its own tail.
Yeah, a snake eating its own tail.
And that's Ouroboros. And I loved that. And I love that they actually brought that out too, because it wasn't just a play. It was something to be said. I believe that Ouroboros is a robot. I believe that Ouroboros was created by Kang that's why he has never slept. That's why he has never had his mind erased. I believe he is the physical manifestation of what a Ms. Minutes would have been. And that's why he is in the bowels of the TVA. And I believe that is why as well, that when we see the first episode of Loki and they ask him, are you a robot? No. Are you sure you're not a robot? Because not all robots know that they're robots. Well, why? Because if you walk through this, you're going to explode and everybody's going to die. You remember that one scene at the beginning? And they keep on asking, are you a robot? Are you sure you are a robot? Why is everybody at the TVA so freaked out about robots? And why is the only person that has ever seen him, Morbius? I think Obi is a robot. I think Obi's a robot that was created by Kang to be kind of like a counter measure to Ms. Minutes, because we know Ms. Minutes is crazy as fuck. You said it yourself.
Problems.
this chick.
By the way, guys, if you don't know, we're referring to a scene where there's a bunch of captured TVA officials, and Renslayer Miss Minutes approaches them with like, "Hey, join us. Don't work with Mobius and Loki, etc." They all refuse, so they put them in the clear box that shrinks down. Mm-hmm. And as you could like hear bones and stuff cracking, as everyone's dying, literally Miss Minutes is like smiling, like, yes.
Her eyes are getting bigger. Dude, she's getting this psychotic smile of just this.
Like Renslayer, she was like a little disgusted. The other guy, he wouldn't even look at what was happening. Look. Like, and Miss Minutes was just staring and smiling. After I saw that, I'm like, dude, Miss Minutes is in control, not Kang.
Well, Miss Minutes got totally offline too, remember?
But it's just a reboot.
Well, but again, that goes back to who did it. Who's the only person that knew how to take Miss Minutes offline?
Obi
knew.
But is she offline permanently is the question.
Oh, hell no. She's not offline permanently. She's going to find a way back. Just like you said before, she is like the female Ultron. She's
Ultron's wife.
She is going to make her way back 100%. But
why was
do believe
not erased? Mighty Mike, yeah, we don't know. Phil, do you know?
Well, that's what I'm saying, because he is a robot. I think that is because he was put there purposely to counter this Jocasta of a Ms. Minutes, right? This because I do believe he saw the writing on the wall as well, that Ms. Minutes is crazy AF, that he needs somebody else because he would not give her a body. That means she could not physically interact with the world. She could only be this visual manifestation. And I believe he made Obi more pure, more data-like from Star Trek. Right, I believe Obi is a
Phil,
robot.
Are you a robot?
Hey, man, I'm sorry if I have good ideas. Okay, but that's just it. I believe Obi is that robot.
Yeah, Miss Minutes is like the bride of Chucky. 100.
Yeah. She's Jocasta. She is the wife to. She's the wife to Ultron.
Huh? I didn't know that.
That's new.
I didn't know that.
That's new. I did not know that. Could be, but I think
the villain could be.
Well, that's why if he's a robot, it would make a hell of a lot of sense.
Dude, you know what was nuts, like insane, was when they thought that, like, okay, we got this. Victor Timely's like, all right, time to be brave. I'm ready to go. Open the door. Boom! Just
spaghettified.
Just fucking explodes in like a million pieces, bro.
They did him like Mr. Fantastic in Multiverse of Madness.
But worse.
Just, yes.
But worse.
It was much smaller. Just
like you saw everything. Everybody. Dude, Owen Wilson was like, he was like stuck in like a sprint. Like, what was that?
Yeah.
What happened? Yeah. Like, what'd you do?
And then everybody dies.
Okay, so here, let me ask you this: do you think everybody died?
No, I believe
there's 2 episodes left.
I believe, Theo. I believe that was the first incursion event. I believe that the multiverse exploding in that loom in the 616, because we know that it's only been the 616 sacred timeline. We know that there's a Sony timeline. We know that there is an X-Men timeline. We know that there is a Fantastic Four timeline. The Marvel's already established there are multiverses out there, but they are keeping the 616 in check. Why is the 616 in check? Because this is where all the Kang variants live. It's the Kang variant timeline of the 616. That's why the TVA is needed to keep all those crazy fuckers in line. It's that timeline. And I believe that with this explosion, that is the first, I believe this is the first incursion. And this is why Charlize Theron shows up in Multiverse of Madness.
So do you think Loki takes place before Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness?
I think it's happening during that.
Do you think it takes place before Ant-Man Quantumania?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so all of this is taking place before the stuff that came out last year, basically.
I think so.
Is what you think, yeah.
That's my theory. My theory is the Loom explosion is the first incursion event, and that's what happens that makes Loki begin to time jump. Now, we got to see Loki at the beginning of the series jumping in time. I believe the explosion, because if you also remember too, when we turn this off, two things happen, right? Ms. Minutes goes down and magic is turned back on in the TVA. Right. Now, that wasn't just for them to change that guy's mind for 1 second. That wasn't the only reason why magic was turned back on. It's because Loki was back to his godly, magical fucking form at that moment. And that means he couldn't die. He couldn't be killed the same way with that incursion event explosion. And I believe what happened is that his magical form also protected him enough not to die, but it created this time loop where he's just getting thrown into all these different places. And I believe that's what saved Loki. I believe OB turning off Ms. Minutes turned on Loki. And that's what did it.
This is starting to feel like Lost.
Bro. I've been thinking about this. I
sure hope not, dude.
This episode just happened an hour and a half ago, bro. Where you're going, and it's getting deep, but it's crazy, man. I don't know. That's just where I feel like
what's up, bro?
I feel like that's just where it fits. I feel like right now, the Loom is the incursion event. I believe Obi is a robot, and I am 100% on board that because he's magic again, it was his interaction with the explosion of the Loom that's creating the time jumps now. So that's where we're at in my little Loki.
So you think he's time jumping because he is the one that pruned himself?
Well, that's how he gets it to end, but now he's got to make a change. Which was
obviously needed for him to stop time splitting, right? So we know that.
Correct, but now it's what did he learn while time skipping in this other version of him that is now beginning to time skip? What did he do wrong? You know, what was done different? So what was that? Was I doing this thing?
Oh, I don't know. Whatever you I don't know. What were you doing?
I don't know.
Who caused more incursions, Strange or Loki's? I still say Strange.
Well, we know Strange caused
Loki's incursion just happened. We already saw Doctor Strange's.
Yeah.
And he didn't have to kill a king to do it. Doctor Strange just did some fucking weird ass magic shit.
Well, he also had America Ferrera. He also had, America, Chavez, jumping through the multiverses as well. So that was very helpful. But yeah, I do believe.
Well, no, I thought it was because of his meddling with the Darkhold, which is how he did it. He didn't need America to do those incursions.
No, that's how he killed Thanos.
But I thought it's because he was doing too much.
But they found that he was still doing much.
Yes,
and that's why they had to erase him. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think Strange has Loki beat 100.
Well, no, I believe that, but I think Loki didn't cause. Technically Sylvie's a Loki variant, but I think that's what's causing the incursion with the 616, because the 616 is what is going to be what the Secret Wars is about, right? So we've been wondering.
Let us know what you think, bro.
So we've been wondering where the Secret Wars is going to begin, And I believe that this is the beginning of the incursion event for 616. This episode is technically the start of Secret Wars, in my opinion. My theory. Hold me to, and if I'm wrong,
Honestly,
this
I
will be
hope
really
not.
cool in like 8 years when we get there, if I'm right. But if I'm right,
Honestly, I hope not, because I like the idea of the Beyonder like literally taking pieces of different planets and
that's what he's going
realms
to have to do
and
to fix
throwing
it.
it together.
Yes, that's what he's going to have to do to fix it. But I believe this is the beginning of the incursion event. This is the beginning of seeing those worlds about to be wiped out by each other. I think that this explosion is that rip where things start to kind of show through, where all of a sudden the Fantastic Four come through, where all of a sudden the mutants can be seen and showing up. And then the Beyonder has to put it all together at the end to make the new universe, right? The new going forward. That's 6 years from now. But I believe this episode was the beginning of that, because they did
No,
say
I
that.
don't. No, I absolutely do not.
Yeah, I don't
No.
know about that. Well,
No,
I mean,
do
is that the
not make
case?
a Kang variant the Beyonder. No freaking way, dude.
It's lazy now if they do. But I heard that. I did hear that. I heard that that was going around for a while, but I heard that like a year or two ago before the whole
Oh, look at
John Majors
Swaggle
thing.
House with the theory. We got to get Swag back on the channel. My guess is the next episode, Loki wakes up being brought back on the TVA for the first time, back in the loop.
Definitely could be. I don't know. I feel like he's going to jump to the regular lives of each of the variants he was in the rooms of. I believe he's going to go back to Morbius's timeline, and he's got to get Morbius out. So I got a feeling we're going to be seeing some jet ski shit. I've got a feeling
Jet skis and pies.
jet skis and key. I believe he's going to be living in Florida, and he's going to be a jet ski dealership owner, and
With a
he's
key
going to be in
lime
love
pie
with the key
story.
lime pie. I would believe it. I would put money on it.
That was kind of funny when like they're like, okay, let's let them fix this. You guys want pie now?
I think Loki's time skipping and his looping. I believe he is going to have to be the person that plucks these guys out of their actual variant lives. I believe he's going to go into each of those different streams. He's going to get Morbius. He's going to get what's her name. He's going to be the person that actually B-15. I believe he's going to be the one that takes them out of their lives. I believe he needs his team back, and he's got to get them, unfortunately, before they know a lot of the shit that they know. And he's got to assemble them whatever way he can. I believe this is going to be an Avengers Assembled TVA style, where he's going to those different multiverses and he's plucking them out.
How do you think this ties into Deadpool?
I don't think it does.
At all?
Not yet. I believe maybe Deadpool will have something that,
I'm not saying
some little
Deadpool's
Easter
going to
egg
appear in the last episode. But
yeah,
you
I don't
gotta think this has to lead to something like that.
It could. I mean, right now, my train of thought is where Loki goes ultimately. I mean, where they're going to take it.
My thing is like, we know Deadpool's coming.
Yeah, we know.
And we know Doctor Strange 2 is coming.
Doctor Strange 4, 3,
3. Sorry,
3.
I mean, do we consider Multiverse of Madness a Doctor Strange movie?
I don't know. Do we consider Civil War a Captain America movie?
That's an Avengers movie.
But it was Captain America Civil War.
It should have been called Avengers Civil War.
But that's what I mean, right? It's your same question. In my mind, it will tie in, but I think it's going to be like a B-15. I think it's going to be like an Ouroboros. I think it's going to be a side character situation.
I haven't heard this. Or later on at the end of the episode will be the moment when Mr. Fantastic shows up with the life raft ship, like in the Hickman story.
Well, I believe that's so. From what I heard, Swag, and you would probably know just as much or more rumor wise, but we're definitely getting a Fantastic Four from the 60s coming to the present, right? This is going to be a Fantastic Four of a different time, from a different timeline, a more 60s like timeline. And that was the rumor that I heard, because that's the kind of character tropes that they wanted to go with. And right, yes. Vin's my man. Vin is my man, dude. 100%. That is the way,
dude. As soon as the episode ended, I stood up and I was like, "Fuck."
Dude, yeah, I mean, just look at my I put in a story even before I got to come up here and get ready for the show. Oh no, I see it. I see it. I see you. I see you, Swag. I see you. But my reaction was just like, what the fuck just happened? What just happened? It was a great episode. I think Loki is the best thing to happen to Marvel in the last 2 years. I think it was the
It's the
best
only
thing to
thing that
happen.
happened to Marvel in
Well,
the
I
last
do think
2
I
years.
do think Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was good. I do think that Werewolf by Night was great. I believe there's been good stuff, some great stuff, but
I still
Loki
love
has been
Shang-Chi.
consistent. Huh?
I love Shang-Chi.
Oh, yeah, I do too. Was
Like,
Shang-Chi
I still
less than
think
2 years
that's
ago?
I still think that and Spider-Man: No Way Home was
Yes.
probably, like, the 2 best movies to come out
Yes.
after
I agree.
Endgame. That's
Yeah.
it. Like,
Yeah.
Like you said, Guardians, it was good, it wasn't great.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm 100% there, dude. 100% there.
Dude, I'm so I
Shang-Chi was
can't wait to see
ultimately.
I'm like, "Where the fuck are these people, dude?" Like, I can't wait to see Shang-Chi in the Avengers lineup. I
Simu
can't
Liu's gonna
wait to
tear
see
some shit
Moon
up when
Knight
he gets
show
in.
up.
Simu Liu's gonna tear some shit up when he
Like,
gets
I
in
wanna
there.
see Moon Knight show up. I wanna see Shang-Chi. Fuck, dude, I wanna see She-Hulk and Hulk roll up. Like,
I wanna see these characters that
I
are
wanna
getting
see
built
Thor,
come
and
in.
you know Thor's got a daughter, and she's kind of a badass too. She's over there
Oh,
wielding, fucking
Eternity?
Stormbreaker, okay?
Eternity?
Yeah.
She's
I wanna
Eternity.
see Thor and his daughter roll up, okay?
She
I
is
wanna see Kate
Eternity.
Bishop and Hawkeye roll up.
I
Fuck,
wanna
I
see
can't wait
Kate
to see
Bishop.
Tom Holland in his new suit show up.
Okay, so
Like, there's a
I
pretty badass Avengers squad, bro.
I have to ask you this question. I'm gonna ask you this question. This is a left field question. Best duo chemistry in the Disney Plus created MCU. Morbius and Loki or Kate Bishop and Yelena Belova?
It's Morbius and Loki.
Oh, bro, I love
Bro,
Kate Bishop
okay,
and Yelena so
let me
much.
tell you this one part alone in the
Love it
most
so
recent
much.
episode. And by the way, we don't even talk about that.
Let's
We
not
don't
even
even
get there.
talk about that character. I don't
Well, you
want to
brought it up, kind
see
of.
that character. No, I said
Kind of
She-Hulk
brought
and
it up
Hulk. I
here.
didn't. There's a reason I left out Scar.
I
Okay,
know, but that was the last time they
there's
were
a reason
together.
I left out Scar.
I can't
It's like
yell totally
there's
at
a
my
reason I
mic.
left out Echo. Okay,
I,
there's reasons.
I can't. I gotta kind of give the man a bit of credit though for asking. But yes, yes,
You
yes.
feel me
You do.
though. And the reason why it's them is because the last episode alone, that was true bromance right there. When they're going to little figurines, right? And literally Loki's like, or Mobius is like, well, you know, Loki, it's your turn. He's like, what are you talking about? He's like, look, this is even you. And Loki's like, what are you talking about? This is like the shape of you. And more Mobius is like, this is an exact replica of you, Loki. And Sylvia's like, he has a helmet on. It's none of you.
Yeah. Well, I do
Like,
agree.
that's
They've got great
chemistry, bro.
chemistry. But I also remember too the fight scene, like that was a great, you're like, oh, that hurt my hand. And she's just like, well, that's for the kick in the chest. Oh, you're right. It's that, I don't know. I just feel like,
I
okay,
get that too. I get that too.
I feel like chemistry wise, those are my two, like, those are my favorites. Those are my
I'm
Fab
just
Four.
saying,
Those are my Fab
Mobius
Four.
even like risked his life to save Loki when he was time splitting. Like, that's some love right there, bro.
Well, I mean, Loki risked his own life. I mean, he technically pruned himself too. He pruned himself twice. He pruned himself at the
See?
end of the first season, and then he pruned himself again.
I can't wait to
Oh,
see Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds chemistry. Talk
that'll be
about
nice. We
chemistry.
haven't gotten to see it since Wolverine.
Dude, we haven't gotten to see it at all. What do you mean?
Well, he wasn't technically Ryan Reynolds
That
was in he was the
don't
human
even
version.
say it. That was
No,
not
he wasn't.
Deadpool.
Not the end.
That
Not
was
the end.
not Deadpool.
Wolverine Origins. Well, he was Wade Wilson at the beginning of it. So,
He is
I'm
not
just
the Wade
saying.
Wilson we know. No
No,
way.
no. But that wasn't the Wolverine we really knew either. I mean, that movie was
But
almost
that's the
basically
Wolverine we're
retconned.
getting.
That movie was basically retconned. Yeah.
By the way, nobody ever mentions it, but I still think the most badass introductory scene out of any movie that a superhero movie has made was the Wolverine.
The Wolverine or Wolverine Origins?
Wolverine origin, sorry. Yeah. Yeah. When him and Victor Creed are
Oh yeah,
running
going through
through
time. running through
every
time.
different battle that motherfucker, Civil War, Revolutionary War, World War I, II, Vietnam. Yes,
Yeah, it was
bro.
cool.
That was
It was
epic.
cool. It was
Epic.
cool.
It was
Yeah.
the best.
No, I agree.
Best part about that movie.
Unfortunately, in the first 5 minutes, it was over.
And then after that, we don't talk about the rest of the movie.
We don't talk about the rest of the movie. But
We
yeah,
talk
dude,
about
that's
like a
crazy.
strong opening and then just dropping the ball.
Yeah.
But look, one of my favorite scenes in all of movies, though.
I'm wondering, yeah, I feel like that's why, yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's a reason too why Obi has never been the one to go out there. I believe yeah, Obi's never been the one that put himself at risk either with these
You know
ideas. Have
what's
you
funny
noticed
about
that?
that scene too? Obi was like, "Well, if I had more time, this would look better. I was able to put one coat of paint on there, so I'm sorry it doesn't look perfect, guys." They're like, "This looks incredible, bro. What are you talking?" They're like, "What the fuck?"
But that's just it, right? Like Obi's the one that's got all these ideas. That just reminded me though, too. Obi's the one that's got all these cool ideas, but he has never put himself at risk. Like he can't be just like, I'm wondering if there's like something in him that just knows he's not allowed to be risked. And I'm wondering if getting into the time loom and doing that himself, I mean, he's the only one that knows like how fast you got to do it, how you got to kick it like this. If he spent less time explaining it to everybody on how to do it, it would have been done. It would have been done. Right.
Yeah,
So
and
that's
that
why
Vin, that would have been sweet, but we know why that didn't happen. That's because Fox on the rights at the time. But
yeah, it would have been cool. It
that
would
would
have
have
been
been
cool.
that would
It
have
would
been
have been cool. I think that's the kind of stuff we might get now. It might be. It might be.
And yeah,
Wow
see,
versus
there
Tank.
was a few good scenes in that movie. Like it wasn't complete trash.
Oh no. It was
just trash.
mediocre.
Yeah, it was just
It wasn't. It wasn't the Wolverine. It wasn't the Wolverine. It wasn't the Wolverine. Now the Wolverine.
But that's the thing. Hugh Jackman still did a great job, dude.
I'm not saying he didn't. I think a lot of these actors and actresses do a great job when they get a shitty movie. I mean, it's not their fault that it's written poorly, that it's produced bad. I'm not saying that. I've never attacked an actor for being wooden. Why? Because they were written
We
that
didn't
way.
say Chris Hemsworth sucked. We just said Thor: Love and Thunders.
Yeah, right. But that's just it, right? Like some people want to blame an actor or an actress for the portrayal of a role when they were playing the role that was fucking written. Right? That's the way the character's written. If they're acting
but
like
we
that,
can definitely blame Andrew Garfield for Spider-Man 1 and 2.
I don't think that's the worst, but yes, we can. I can.
He can definitely get the blame. That's why he's Peter 3.
Yeah. Yeah. But I love him. I love Andrew Garfield though.
I do too now because he's embraced that he's Peter 3.
Yeah.
But imagine being Peter 2 and you have to be Peter 3.
Imagine
because that scene kills me every time when they're like Peter 1, Peter 2. He's like Peter 3. Like no shit. No shit.
Yeah. No, he's great. And honestly, he was probably the bigger heart character of that entire movie.
Dude, he was the only one I had a tear for when he did that scene.
Yeah.
And saved Zendaya. I mean,
he was the heart Spider-Man.
If that didn't make your heart skip a beat, dude, you don't have a soul.
Oh,
you don't have a soul.
The way he introduces himself, he's just like, yeah, I tingled, but spread. Like when she chucks the roll at him and she's like, you didn't tingle. He's like, I
like him and Toby getting like the web shooting fight, and then Toby like gets his thing. He's like,
oh, that came out of you.
He's like, oh, okay. You are Spider-Man.
It was such a good movie.
Steven, that's what I'm saying, bro. How do you not?
I totally teared up for that scene. I totally teared up. I still tear up even after I've seen it all the times that I've seen it.
But
I still tear
up. Think about how crazy that is, that in the middle of like the most epic action scene, they can throw in a little 2-second thing that literally changes your emotion. Like, I'm gonna cry. Okay, no, I'm not. It's just like, oh shit, we're back in fight.
Oh man, my eyes were welling up the entire time. I was just like,
yeah, like if they dwelled on that scene for like one more second, people would have
grown men all around the world would have been on their hands and their face in their hands. Like, yeah, don't look at me. Yeah, it was great. But no,
Yeah, they sneak the tear jerker mid fight. Yep.
so all right. What were
My
your
wife
what
loves Peter 3.
oh dude, I think every single I don't know many people that don't love Andrew Garfield ultimately at the end of the day. The man's amazing. Um what are your
Oh,
thoughts on
spe-
Loki? This is the most recent episode because I
really
just
quick.
I just got done talking
Speaking of
forever.
which, they might it might be Andrew Garfield in Spider-Man 3 for Sony.
I've heard that. So good,
That's
good.
getting
Somebody else
talked
brought that
about
up.
more and more too, though.
I have heard the same
I
thing.
I think that's going to be a thing, and I
Well,
think they're
I've
going to do that with Tom Hardy and Venom.
That's what I heard. I heard that it's going to be that universe. He's going to be that Spider-Man. I've heard that, and he might
I'm
be
down.
bumping up against Craven. I
I'm.
heard that he might be showing up in Craven. It makes about as much sense of everything else that's kind of just weird
I don't
happened
really
the
like.
last of these
I don't
episodes.
really like the idea of the Craven movie and who's playing it, but if he
I don't
shows
like
up,
the Craven
I
movie,
might save
period,
it.
let alone I like the actor. I like the guy who's playing it. I don't like him playing Craven, though. I think Craven's a waste of
No,
time
no,
character.
no, no,
No?
no. I don't want him to play. He doesn't look like Craven.
Oh, but that's what I mean. I'm cool with the actor. I like the actor as an actor. I like his roles that he's played in other movies, right? I've loved him in I loved him in
Oh,
that
dude,
train
he
that
is
train
kick
movie,
ass. He
Bullet
is kick
Train.
ass.
Yeah, Kick Ass. I loved him in Bullet Train.
100%. I love that guy as kick ass.
Yeah. But as far as Craven goes, I just don't think it's a necessary movie. Oh, we just lost Mr. Theo. There he is. He's
Sorry about
back
that.
now. What'd you do? What
I
did you do, Ray?
accidentally unplugged something. Okay.
Okay. But I think the movie looks stupid, and I think the movie and the premise is ridiculous. So it's Mobius, it's Mobius 2.0. I believe that. And Mobius was the only
Morbius.
thing I hate, the only thing that I dislike more than Black Adam in the last 5 years, Morbius. I think Carnage, Let There Be Carnage, Venom 2 was like the freaking first Avengers compared to Morbius. I think that was such
I
a
like
terrible movie.
Morbius over Eternals. Like literally right now, if someone's like, you have to pick one to watch again tonight. Okay, I'll watch Morbius.
I think Morbius had too many holes. I was sitting through Morbius getting angry about the plot holes. Like he flies up the stairs and all of a sudden the cop's there within like 2 breaths. There's not an
But
elevator
yeah, it's
inside.
Sony. I don't expect them to take that seriously. Honestly, I don't
Tony,
expect
I
Sony
expect
to
it to
give a shit
fuck up.
about the lore. I just expect them to put out something that's half-ass. I have low
besides
expectations
besides
for Sony.
Sony Pictures Animation Studio side of things, that's 100%.
Oh yeah, no, that's like DC and the DC animated. Those are two different sides
It's
of the.
amazing how parallel they are.
It's right. It's dude. It's like how can you be so great at something
Well, let's think
and
about
then
that.
so bad at something?
Think about that. We've got a perfect Spider-Man trilogy with the first Tobey Maguire's. Not perfect, but I mean, we've got a great Spider-Man trilogy. We had a great Dark Knight trilogy, both from the respective houses. But everything after that's been kind of meh, hit or miss between different Batmans, different
Mostly missing.
Spider-Mans. But the animation, mwah,
Oh yeah.
just a
I
lot of
mean,
parallels
I
between
think
the
the
two.
DC animation movies has won countless awards too for those.
I don't know. I
Well,
just
I
know that
know,
they're better.
like for example, I know Mask of the Phantasm is like one of the highest selling animation properties of all time,
Yeah, you want to talk about a violent
including like one of
cartoon?
the most watched.
Did you ever watch Justice League Dark, the Apocalypse War thing?
Yeah,
Did you
yeah,
ever see
yeah,
that? That's
yeah,
a very that was an Invincible like cartoon. There
yeah,
was a
yeah.
lot of like seeing
No,
what who
DC animation will do that. Yeah,
what they do, rip Wonder Woman in half.
yeah. Hey,
It
did you
was
see
just
the
like
what was it, like the Killing Joke animation one?
yeah,
Dude, that
yeah,
thing's fucked up.
yeah, yeah. No, that's yeah,
Like
yeah,
at the end, I'm like, dude, this is more sadistic than your movies.
yeah.
You guys need to take note.
Bro. Well, I have to say, Loki was amazing.
No, Loki
Um,
so far, amazing.
I
How you
have to
outdo
say,
this episode though with the next two, I can't wait to see it.
you know, and I'm not going to be mad if it doesn't outdo it as long as it just ties up well. Because my concern is
It
too.
better be just as good. Don't you start going
Oh,
down
I don't
on
want to go
me.
downhill. I don't want to go downhill. I just want
Once
to
we're
make sure
here,
it's
don't you start being like,
maintained.
okay,
No, 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 no. But what we haven't heard yet is there going to be a Loki season 3?
is there a need for a Loki season 3?
I mean, we didn't know we were going to get one until the end of season 2 when it said see you in season the end of season 1 when it said see you in season 2 and everybody lost their shit. We're like, "Oh, we're going to get more." Yes. And but I mean, like right now,
Yeah, I agree with Vin. I've been saying this too. Just give him a movie.
well, so far he's been the only thing successful every single time in even the
And I think
Avengers
this
movies
show has
haven't
the
been good
most
without him.
views, highest ratings, all that jazz.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the numbers are yet, but I'm 100% in on this still. I think what's been beautiful about this though too is we've been able to explore so much about a character that I think at the same time the series has been good in that, right? I don't know. I don't know if I would want to move. A movie makes sense 100% because Tom Hiddleston deserves it. I'm just not sure about a TVA movie. I think Loki back as a part of a hero team. I don't think I don't think we're ever going to have the bad Loki again. I think we'll have a badass anti-hero Loki. I think he'll definitely have some Secret Wars moves, but I feel like Marvel needs Loki to keep Secret Wars going on the back burner while it knocks out getting these other characters introduced. I feel like Secret Wars isn't going to happen without Loki continuing another season or two in between to keep us all like, huh, hmm, while they're Deadpool, Wolverine, Ms. Marvel, She-Hulk, you know, while we're getting all these new characters that we're going to have for Secret Wars beginning to assemble and show up in the universe, I feel like we need a continuity right now. And I feel like Loki might be it. I don't know. That's just my feelings on it. I mean, do I want him to have a movie? Yes, deserves it.
No, I want a movie.
Special
I
presentation,
only want
maybe.
a season 3 if it's like necessary.
I feel like it's going to be necessary for Secret Wars. I do. I think that would be the best thing that could actually happen to Marvel right now.
Okay, before we talk about the Robin, I didn't even think about
Bold
that.
take.
I
Bold
kind
take.
of like where
That
you're
could work.
going with that. Loki and Wanda being the leads of Secret Wars, kind of like Cap and Iron Man were in Endgame. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Swag. I'm glad I got some backup in here.
I like that though. Yeah, two magic wielders who basically have caused a lot of damage and trouble
to be the ones that save it at the
to
end.
be the ones to fix everything. I mean,
well, we have confirmed that
you kind
our
of
Wanda is officially dead.
no, she's not.
Marvel confirmed it just the other day.
That she's dead?
Yes.
In that
616 Marvel. 616 Marvel. Wanda is dead. She died. That was confirmed.
So that red blink of light in the mountain was actually her dying instead of her teleporting.
Supposedly. Marvel reveals the truth
I mean,
after deliberation.
Yeah, if they said that she's dead, she's dead.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Marvel confirms Wanda Maximoff is dead. She died. She was destroyed on the castle of Mount Wondergore. Now, is there other ones? Perhaps.
And that might be a possibility too, what Vin said.
But, you know,
different timeline.
Well, there's the 838 Wanda, right?
The one from the Illuminati timeline?
The 838 universe. That was the 838 universe.
Well, we know that one has abilities. Yep. Because that one fucking kicked the shit out of the Illuminati.
Yep.
That wasn't even, and I don't want to talk about that movie, okay? Because that's what's crazy to me, dude. It was a variant of her. It wasn't even the one of her that's has the dark hold and is OP. It's just a normal version of her. I'm like, dude, are you freaking serious? Anyways, all right, we don't need to talk about it. Fucking movie. Loki finishes Secret Wars ruling over the multiverse, and Wanda and Vision get their happy ending with Kid. Hey, with glorious purpose.
It would be cool. I would take it. I would take it. I would take it. But yes, I do believe Loki is
You know
going
what?
to be the constant threat for Secret Wars.
Wait till Loki and Thor meet each other again.
That's gonna be a crying moment, bro.
Well, because they both have gone through so much, and
They've
obviously
grown
Thor
so
doesn't know
much.
that Loki's alive.
No.
So the minute that happens, bro, yeah, we're probably gonna cry.
Well, the director even said the Thor Loki reunion has to be special. That was the reason why they cut out the Throg situation
It could be like Secret Wars
of the
probably.
flashbacks. Well, whatever it is, but they said it has to be special because these are the only two characters that are left, and that we need to make it a special moment when they're finally together again, because they need to have, because the audiences deserve that too. Like, we've seen two characters, brothers, split at the very beginning of the MCU, and they've never totally been back on the same side until one moment when then Loki dies. Just they didn't even have a day together.
Infinity War, yeah.
Infinity War. And let's see, do you live forever? And now he's here. I think that the director said we cannot bring Thor. We will be bringing Thor back. There will be a reunion, but it has to be special. So does that mean he's not going to show up this season? Probably. I don't think he's going to show up this season.
Thor,
maybe
no
that's
way.
the thing for Thor 5. Maybe.
I was going to say
that's
Thor
the thing for
5,
Thor 5.
Post-credit scene.
Maybe.
Multiverse.
Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be cool if we get Thor 5 before Secret Wars, and then all of a sudden we see one of those little TVA portals open and Loki walks out?
It's like, brother.
I
need you. Brother, I need you.
We said at the exact same time, brother. It was just like, brother. Yes, that is exactly, that has to be the word, brother. It has to be that. It has to be. They don't say anything else. They just say,
literally. Thor will probably be like, oh fuck, not again.
Well, but I think Thor will fall out. I think he will fall out of himself because he lost so much, and he was holding his body at the end of that, crying when the ship exploded, and thought he was dead himself. I think Thor will. I don't think Thor will laugh at it comedically. I think he won't. At first, he won't believe it's Loki. I think at first he'll think it's a trick. So he'll be mad. He'll be pissed. How dare you wear my brother? How dare you put his skin on? How dare you come at me looking like that? That's my brother. And he's got to prove he's actually fucking Loki. I think that's going to happen. I think that will be.
Oh, he's just going to tell him everything he knows about what's happened.
Yeah, and it's going to be like the Hulk in the beginning of Infinity War, right? Like, Thanos is coming. It's going to be one of those things. Kang is here. This is happening. Brother, listen to me. It's going to be like that. I got a feeling that's the way it'll be, because honestly, the Avengers aren't going to trust anybody but Thor. Is Thor going to be the person that gets them all to kind of come back and assemble for Secret Wars or for Kang Dynasty, whatever it may be? Yeah. Because of Loki? Dude, we're coming into a lot of theories right now. If any of these are even remotely right, we deserve one hell of a big high five for each other at the end of this shit.
And shout out to Mighty Mike, though. 50th anniversary of Wolverine coming next year. Damn, 50 years.
Well, that would be perfect for this movie coming out.
Maybe they did that on purpose. They had to have.
Well, they have to keep it at least. I mean, it was.
But I mean, there's going to be so many promotions with Marvel for 50th anniversary of Wolverine. I mean, they're probably going to throw out another Hulk 181 facsimile or some crap.
They'll milk it somehow.
Yeah, they'll tie it in. Yeah, this was definitely a winch hunt of theories.
Yeah, this is probably our best theory show. 100%.
Probably. We should have a show called Theories on Thursdays.
Theory Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Thursday
and we also need to do the one thing we've been discussing that we didn't do this time, that we were going to do for this time, but we're going to do next week now.
What's that?
Fan cast.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about that on our live on Instagram.
I'm down with
now,
that.
We're not going to tell you who we're going to fan cast, but we're going to do an all original fan cast. And these people can never have been in the MCU or the MCU period. They cannot have been existing as actors, so we can't recast them. There isn't going to be a third character appearance for Chris Evans. You know, these are all unrelated characters to Marvel. They've never
really
been
quick, because I did highlight this, but we never answered it because we went down a black hole of theories. So, late night. Who would y'all cast for a young Robin? Now, my question to that is, are we talking like Robin, or are we talking like Damian Wayne Robin? You know, like,
well, that is the next Robin. Damian Wayne
next
is
Robin
going to
is
be
Damian Wayne. So okay, let's do a Damian Wayne.
Brave and the Bold. Brave and the Bold is
yeah.
going to be
Let's
Damian
do
Wayne.
a Damian Wayne casting then. Who would you cast for Damian Wayne? I don't even think I know who it is. Honestly, it's probably going to be an unknown.
Well, yeah, it's probably going to be an unknown.
Because it's probably going to have to be somebody that's what, 15, 14 years old
at the most.
Right?
Right now. I mean, they haven't even started writing it yet. That's after Brave and the Bold is supposed to be at best like a year or so after All-Star Superman, right? And so
yeah, I kind of agree with Vin. It's almost like maybe they haven't even been born yet.
I don't know.
I don't even know where to start with that.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why we haven't heard anything. I don't think they know where to start either.
No, I agree.
But like, we need a kid who is a badass.
Yeah. I don't know if he exists yet. Maybe he's a toddler on Cobra Kai. I don't know. I don't know. I think, yeah, we'll see. But guys, it's been a hell of a night, man. We're going on about an hour and 15 minutes. But you know, everybody's been amazing. But yeah, we'll come back with some fan casts, and we'll have to come back with a Robin. I don't know. I'm going to research it. I want to check it out.
That's a good one for Damian Wayne, though. And we should do one on who we should cast for the next Batman.
Well, I've heard rumors, but yes, I'm there for it.
Yeah. Fuck, we'll do Nightwing. We'll go down that whole rabbit hole.
Yeah, let's do a DC and a Marvel.
Let's do it.
Well, I mean, technically, we know the DC movies that are coming. We know the characters that are going to be in them. You and I did an entire
special. We'll just put up like the movie that we know it's coming. We'll cast the most notable characters of that franchise.
You and I, we did an entire episode for Cover Price on breaking down every single.
Might
DC
be a deal right
movie.
there. You like that, Phil? Monday we're going live, guys. Halloween's Tuesday. So yeah, let's dress up.
Oh yeah, I can do that. You know what?
Maybe Monday we'll do like a impromptu. Everybody join. Let's drink some beer and chit chat session.
I'm down.
I like it. Oh, look at this guy, cheater.
Right now, bro. Jeez. Red Hood, bitch. I got mine.
You want me to go get my suit?
Yeah, that's not even a Halloween costume. You have to wear a costume, Theo. You can't put on a suit.
Come on, chat. That counts as a costume, doesn't it?
It doesn't when you've done it every time. At least do Point Break, okay? Give me a different Keanu, all right?
Well, here, you know, maybe I'll give you a Constantine.
God damn it. I'll take it.
Even that'll still look like a Jay Wick, though.
I'll send you a helmet. Make something from.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I haven't done a Neo. Maybe I could do a Neo.
You'd have to shave your head.
What are you talking about? He's got long hair in the most recent one, dude. I'll just wear glasses and a black trench coat, dude.
The Matrix movie. That was your favorite one. I forgot.
We don't talk about that movie.
But at least you're the one that wants to be that
he has long hair. Point Break. What was that? Tyler Posey. Did we lose Phil? All right, guys. It just
I lost the screen real quick.
Oh, okay, we're back with comments.
You guys see me? Hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Holy crap! Sorry, but yeah, no, I know that was your favorite one. So.
Oh, and by the way, guys,
listen, Theo's getting close to his mic. Listen.
You need to know, myself and Phil, not bragging but bragging. In the past few months, we have helped 2 different people offload their collections in the excess of about $250,000 in sales.
Yeah. Yeah.
If anybody out there has a collection or knows of a collection and wants to sell it, if it gets brought to us and we do sell it on Instagram, we're offering a $500 finder's fee. That includes if it's your own collection.
Yep.
So you automatically start plus 500 if you're selling with us, technically. So spread the word, guys. Keep a lookout. We have one more collection that we actually just locked down. I think we're going to be doing something with them at the beginning of next year because these take quite a good amount of time to prep, as you guys
People
know.
need months to get ready,
especially if you're like just one person with a collection. I mean, think about the bagging, the boarding, the grading, and the pricing, right?
Yep.
And you do that by yourself, that takes a long time. So we're here to help people with that, guide them through that process. If need be, I can do shipping or at least help with it. Phil takes care of the invoicing. We kind of do everything for you except for getting the books ready to be sold. So if anybody out there knows of one, reach out to myself or Phil on Instagram and we can make it happen.
Yep. Absolutely.
It's something that
bucks,
we kind of want to do a lot more of next year. So want to start planting those seeds now, getting the word out now. I think we're going to get a post, something like that going here pretty soon, and yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let us know.
Foreign destinations, we are open to that too. So, holla at you boys.
Are we? Are we now?
The UK? Come on, bro. You would totally go bar hopping in London.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but dude, that's going to be some expensive shipping.
I didn't say it wouldn't be. Didn't say it wouldn't be.
Good times.
You'd be wearing a tux instead of just that black suit. It's more James Bond than than John Wick that day. But we'll make the sacrifice, folks. But yeah, no, absolutely, 100%, guys. We are there for it. So let us know. It's been an amazing year in the community, meeting all these people and helping out the way we have. And yeah, so if you or someone you love has been affected by an overabundance of comics and needs to get rid of a few, holla at you boys. We got you.
Well, I mean, yeah. So far, we've sold a collection for somebody who has inherited it, and we've sold a collection for somebody who's been collecting since they were a kid.
Yeah.
Who's now an older man. So, I mean,
yeah, to the tune of $250,000, folks. In sales, $250,000.
Let us know, guys. Let us know. We're here for it.
Yep.
All
right, brother.
On that note,
it's been a lovely night.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Much love, peace, happiness, all the fun stuff. And yeah. Let's have a lovely night. And
we'll see you on the next side. Oh yeah, and by the way, look at us. And it says, congratulations. The stories need to be documented. Don't worry. We're on it.
We're working on it. And on that note, tell your mom I said hi.